GB News presenter Ben Leo paused the programme to announce that Keir Starmer had launched an explosive attack on Reform UK leader Nigel Farage. GB News was halted for breaking news as presenter Ben Leo announced that Keir Starmer had declared war on Nigel Farage. The announcement came shortly after Donald Trump was heard praising Mr. Farage and predicted more success for the Reform UK party during his speech at the Conservative Political Action Conference in Washington, D.C. The GB News star shared what Sir Keir is expected to say in his speech at the Scottish Labour Party conference in Glasgow on Sunday, February 23. He began, Sir Keir Starmer, tomorrow, will condemn the dangerous, right-wing politics of Reform UK with the PM to insist that Nigel Farage's party are not the answer for Britain. This is an all-out attack on Nigel Farage and Reform UK. In his speech tomorrow at the Scottish Labour Conference in Glasgow, Sir Keir is expected to say that if we don't show a path to the future, others will fill that void. Ben continued, he will say that the dangerous right-wing politics of Reform UK will say they are the ones who can tilt politics towards the interests of working people, but they are not telling the truth. They are not to be trusted. They are dangerous right-wing politicians. He turned to former Labour Special Advisor Paul Richards, claiming this seems pretty explosive after the comments made by Donald Trump. Paul, now the Labour cooperative candidate for Eastbourne, responded, what he's suggesting is this whole shtick of Farage being patriotic on the side of the working class is simply not true. They voted against all kinds of things that will benefit people and they may pose a threat to the National Health Service. Paul then questioned whether Mr. Farage and the Reform Party are in the pockets of Russian President Vladimir Putin. Oh come on Paul, Ben said. What have they done to make you think they're in the pockets of Vladimir Putin? Paul replied, Farage appeared on Russia Today and has taken money from them. Is he a part of an axis of Trump and Putin? When Ben claimed Mr. Farage had only appeared on the Russian program around 4 times, Paul hit back and took the money. And so there is a question mark over his patriotism in that regard. Sitting across the table was Peter Bleksley, who erupted with laughter over Paul's comments, prompting the presenter to ask, are Labour rattled? Peter, a former Metropolitan Police detective, declared, Starmer's clearly terrified on Nigel Farage and the Reform Party. I find that hugely entertaining. In a huge blow to the Prime Minister, Peter quipped, my one piece of advice to Keir Starmer travelling to Washington next week to meet Donald Trump would be wear a name badge. To Keir Starmer, because nobody will know who he is? Ben probed as Peter agreed, exactly.